Everybody, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Oh man, I am tired. Physically drained. Because I said yesterday we mowed the lawn. Well, today I was up early. We went with some friends, took our kids to an amusement park. Took a little Tuesday off of work to go and beat out the summer rush. It was a great day, but I am beat. We'll see how the stream goes. Maybe we'll jump into rounds a little bit sooner than we normally do. Probably would be a smart thing for me to go a little bit shorter today. But yeah, we'll take it easy. We'll take it, I guess, stroke by stroke. See how we're feeling. But yeah, it was a busy day, but a good day. Weather was nice. Weather's been definitely nice this week. It's gonna get rainy again, but Johnny, welcome back. Joke, welcome back. How are we doing, fellas? Lance, thank you for 10 months. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Hope all is well. Welcome back, ears. Howdy do, howdy do. Appreciate the tips on putting, gotten much better. Love to hear that. Love to hear that, man. Alright, little social media campaign. Try and get a few more points here. Be a nice little warm-up, I would imagine, as well. Just start getting the stick styled in. We'll play some career mode. And then, yeah, have to determine if we're just gonna hop into. We might skip ranked tours and just hop straight into it. I gotta be reasonable. I want to land within 9 feet once. This is tight. This is tight because like it depends on the bounce and like you gotta play like the sweeper fade here off that left hand side. So let's see how the first shot goes. Oh, left it a little bit closed. Left it just a little bit closed. It's gonna be tough. Think you shape the 6. I think that's gonna have just enough. Oh, now I go open. Dang. I think it's the right shot. I think it is the right shot. Can't quite find it, but I think if we hit that on the money, that's gonna be a good one. See, this wind's not as tailing anymore, which maybe means we'll go choked 5 instead. There it is. Although the choked 5 is a little bit easier to hit, but I mean, we hit it dead center. No. No. Alright. Well, we gotta restart because I think we're short on the number that we gotta get. So choked 5 doesn't get there. Maybe choked 5 gets there now that the wind is tailing a little bit more. Because that right there is crisp. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's a gur, but it runs. It runs too far. How do they want me to do this? Stock 6? Doesn't feel like it should get there. Try and put a little bit more on it. Yeah, what's going on, John? Good evening, good evening. How do I get the 9-footer? How do I get the 9-footer from downtown? Gotta be more left. Because I'm getting the 101. That rhythm is not great, though. This is quite problematic. Okay, this one's plus 1% instead of minus, and I think on the iron it does add a little bit of distance. Oh, that's close. Maybe it rolls a little bit much, to be fair. Alright. That's 100, not 101. And we got the power on, or the rhythm on point, so yeah. This is funky. How do you get the 1? Okay, 101%, perfect. Trying to get it further left to just bleed it on. My luck now, this isn't gonna have enough legs to get to the actual... The big shape. You give it a little bit, because you don't want to send it too far. Pushed it. I feel like this is going to make it short, and yeah, that's a bigger hill there. And they don't give you a different, that's the thing, they don't give you any different setups. There's the choked 5. I mean, the thing is, the choked 5 has a little bit more run. If you can just barely get it onto the green with a little bit of momentum, but I mean, that's like minuscule to get it to roll to the 9-foot spot. I want to get it so badly, but I honestly feel like it's probably not worth it to grind it out. Yeah, open face. Just feels like crazy particular. We got 2 out of 3. I think I've got to take that. That's like... Placing that one inside 9 feet feels very, very challenging to me. Like, very, very challenging. Because you're trying to play the big cut, but if you land it too short, you don't get onto the green. If you land it just too long, you roll deep. You don't get as much left to right as you want. Like, the left to right is almost get it with just a little bit of momentum. You need like the right amount of momentum to get it going down towards, but if you get too much momentum, you're long. If you get not enough, you just kind of die. Let's check these out. Sponsor. Rematch with a twist. I'm just gonna save time and just set him as the rival. It'll make my life a little bit easier. Alright, the Open Championship at Royal Portrush Golf Club. Now, fortunately, we already have the Career Grand Slam completed. So we don't have to worry about the cut makes or the wins or anything. We do obviously want to win, because if we win, that's another one towards our 60 win total. Ultimately, I think we're just going to grind out the career until we get all of the items, like finish all the sponsors, because now that's not nearly as bad. Obviously, you know, had it paid out the way that it does now out the gate, would have been much, much easier on everybody. Also, fun little tidbit. So had somebody make a comment on a 2K23 video, like a YouTube short, and called it baby settings. And I was like, okay, well, nice try. It's it's a straight swing because it's 2K23. Like, we're not playing on baby settings. It's a straight line because it's a different game. Then the same person commented baby settings on like our career mode stuff, which we play on TGC plat settings, and I was like, okay, so we're just like a board troll or something. Because it was like, well, I guess legend is baby settings. Got it. Like, I really don't understand people. Like, I really don't understand, like, what people's obsession is with just, like, trying to shoot stuff down. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you're way better at the game than I am. Yep. What I play in is nothing. Yeah, come check out our True Sim stuff. I'm sure that's baby settings too. Could play the game on max difficulty and beat you, but whatever. Definitely just like a weird, I don't know if it's a superiority complex or what, but I think people just assume that everything either on the internet is faked, or, you know, if they see somebody post something that they enjoy, they're just always have to be better at it. I don't know. Do not know. Yeah, what's going on, Techno? Well, fairways are treating us well so far. We're 2 holes in. Oh, that's still low, man. That just breaks so much. We're 2 holes in, 2 birdies in. Furs and gurs. It's working well. We've got rounds 3 and 4 of True Sim tonight. We had the 18-hole lead, but round 2 couldn't quite score as well. So we're sitting 2 back at the moment going into the weekend. So hoping we can turn that into something today, but we'll see how it goes. Throw this. Up into the wind, drop it in right hand side, let it go left. Oh, that's a lovely touch. Do it now, Santino. We're close, man. We're close. We flirt with the hole in one a lot. Just hard to get. Welcome back, Liam. Number 1 on True Sim. So we had the 18-hole lead, Liam, but we didn't hold it through 2 rounds. We had Scud by 2 strokes in round 1, but he got us by 4 in the second round. 26 putts in the first round and 30 in the second. We just couldn't get stuff to drop. Couldn't get our proximity as close either. Just had a Little bit of a tough go at it. But all good, we go at it again today. Yeah, we're gonna need a strong weekend for sure. But if we can have some rounds like round one, like we know it's possible, it's just, can we manage it? Ooh, that was close. I think I underhit it a little bit. But under par twice on True Sim for the first time? That he had 3 double bogeys. So why is that? You could, well, you know, certain courses are just, yeah, it's a weird thing with True Sim. Yeah, certain courses just fit your eye a little bit better. Yeah, sometimes it's the conditions, sometimes it really is the way that the course suits you. Yeah, and some of it is just getting better over time. So gotta feel pretty good about that. I thought the downhill was gonna take us a little bit further. One thing that did let me down, one thing that definitely did let me down yesterday was I had like a pitch shot or two. Like I had some shots that I left myself in a bad position. Like the pitch didn't like go as far as I thought it would, and then I left myself a pretty bad putt and then didn't convert. So there were definitely, I want to say 2 strokes that I lost. If we could at least be tied. Yeah, where it wasn't solely on the putt. Yeah, I left myself in a very like pitchable position and just either didn't hit a good pitch or misjudged the rollout. So yeah, at the end of the day, that's all stuff you got to learn from, try and improve on. Big bounce, a little left, a roll. Great distance control, just a little bit short and not quite right enough. I don't do ranked too much. I'll play some like ranked duos from time to time if we've got time, like at the end of a stream. Do some ranked duos with people, you know, in the chat. But as to like ranked solos and stuff, not really. Now, if ranked was on Master Swing, I probably would be more inclined. All right, need this 3-wood to chase back there. But yeah, it being on pro is a little bit meh to me to try and grind out solos at least. That still breaks more. Never continue. We haven't much recently, Liam. So you haven't been missing out on much. There's a lot of times it ends up taking me a while because I like doing like, you know, ranked tours and stuff with chat as well. So we played a bunch of ranked duos like early on in the game. We haven't played it much lately. I'm sure we will again at some point, but yeah, point being, we don't do it a ton. I just find TGC Tours and stuff a lot more rewarding. You know, I like that competition. I like playing on the higher difficulties. Doesn't bring me that much joy to, you know, get matched up against a guy who doesn't really know what he's doing or whatnot. I'm like pushing it now. Too good. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, that's not to say that there aren't great players that play ranked, and I'm also, you know, I'm definitely not the best in the game just in general, but some of that stuff's a little bit easy. All right, chase this choked 8 up there. Big bounce, heavy rough roll. Beautiful. All right, I'd say that's a pretty good front 9. I'd say that's a pretty good front 9. TGC qualifier was a joke this week. Well, you have to understand that, like, when the original TGC qualifier happened, yeah, they were qualifying everybody, right? So that was more like a low pro tour kind of setup. Now every week it's the challenge circuit, right? So you have to kind of accommodate for all 12 flights, and people just happen to qualify on that course. So yeah, I mean, qualifying can seem a little bit easy on certain weeks, because it can be. That's one thing that I have to keep in mind when I'm shot shaping, like the choked pitching wedge is like the way that it cuts the wind, so I have to play it a little bit more. Qualifier for the American Open. Well, you have to understand the American Open, like the actual Plat Major. What was that animation? The actual major is going to be probably absurd. So yeah, I'm not entirely surprised by that. Plat, and specifically Plat Majors, and then on top of that the US Open, they yeah, those setups are always rough. Course is really stupid. Yeah, well, here for context, let me pull up the US Open from last year. Played at Stillwater Point. The winning score was 40 under in 2K23. The week before, the winning score by the same person was 61 under. So, just a little bit of a reference point of like how silly the American Open gets. Like, it is tough course with tough setup. Yeah, and to be fair, look at how they try and set that up in real life. You know what I mean? Look at how they try and set up the US Open in real life. Like, they just they've got 5-inch rough. they try and set that tournament in particular up a very challenging way. But, I mean, you have to think about it too, like, Platinum Tour is supposed to be the best of the best, right? So they're gonna throw some really rough setups at us. You know, the people that are qualifying into it, like, regardless, like, they're kind of trying to prep you for it in a way too. They don't want it to be that you have some cakewalk qualifier, shoot 60 under, whatever, and then, you know, show up to that major and be like, what is this? It's like, well, this is, you've been warned. Only 5-inch, well, it's, yeah, different types of grass. Yeah, I know that, like, open courses and stuff, like, have some really long fescue and whatnot, but it's 5 inches, but I think it's denser. Like, yeah, only 5 inches of grass or whatever, and you can't find the ball in certain situations. I mean, fortunately, you have, like, the fans around and stuff, because that helps. I might get a little kick of right. Ooh. It's almost a little kick of right into the hole. What up, Evil Sergio? Who we thinking at RBC this weekend? I don't even know who's playing, to be honest. Not a clue. Oh, pushed it. I caught a little bit at the end of the Memorial this past weekend, but beyond that, I haven't followed too much stuff, haven't really looked ahead. Oh, we were hitting contact and everything so well. The answer is always Scotty. He's inevitable. I mean, he'll definitely always be in the mix. I mean, that feels like the... That's a little underhit. That feels like the brand of golf that he's been playing for a while now. Is just, even without his best stuff, he plays well enough to just kind of hang around. Mr. Mojo, what's going on? Hello, hello. Yeah, I think we missed the swing path on the one, and so then I made a contact miss as like an adjustment error. Because that's more what we're looking for. Although definitely got that foot lie wrong. That's nice. Demeanor and support system, just can't beat it. Yeah, I mean, he's so level-headed, so focused. Yeah, I think one thing that does benefit him is, and you know, some of it's obviously just the comfort of success, but you know, I saw something that was like not chasing the paycheck. It's like he's a competitor, and like his life is like, what was it? It was like God, family, and golf. Like that is his purpose, and so it's like, man shows up to a golf tournament, is a competitor, is very good at it, is very focused with it, and then you see when he finishes, it is straight back to his family, and you saw with the last or two of the last three wins, whatever, like at the PGA and at the Memorial, like just the immediate handoff of the kid, and I know people, people make fun, and it's in jest and whatever about like, it being because Meredith is like, here, take the kid. It's like, no, Scotty is like, he won, like as soon as the tournament ends, like it's back to being dad. What am I supposed to do with this shot? .238. It's uphill, so maybe? Yeah, that was tough. I mean, I'm 11 yards short, but it's like, what was I gonna do? Because I think trying to take the hybrid there, I would have had to probably play some sort of partial shot. %71%. Oh, we hit it. Oh, come on. Okay. I will say as part of this tear, we've also made some longer putts that I normally don't. Is this par 4 drivable because it's downhill like this? Might be too far left. Yeah. That's not surprising. Ooh, Diablo 4 bug? Okay. I did not get into Diablo 4, but I've also never played a Diablo. But I mean, they improved it post launch, right? I know that it didn't like fully deliver right at launch, right? If I recall correctly. 100% better now? Nice. Yeah, because I know there was a lot of hype around that. Because obviously there's just that franchise as a whole. Yeah, it was important to a lot of people. So I know there was a lot that we're hoping for good things out of it. Closest thing I've played is I played a little bit of PoE. I say a very little bit, like I don't want to claim like I played any meaningful amount. I think I made it to Act 2. This might kick really far. Yeah, with that downslope at the front of the green, can't say I'm like 100% on what the play was. That's a round. Is this the part where I say we should just go into true sim now? Probably would be the wise thing to do. $19 under out the gate with the single par on the card. Say that's pretty good. Let's see what the dailies are to make sure that I'm gonna cross all the dailies off if we hop into rounds now, because I need 2 dailies. They want an official course. All right, we'll like speed run. We'll like speed run another career mode round. Hopefully that doesn't gas us out, but we're playing good. Currently building an around Europe an 18 holes mini golf course. Any ideas? Ooh. Trying to think if there's like, I feel like you gotta go with some like just iconic European locations. I don't know, for some reason, obviously, you gotta have some sort of windmill hole that's like Austria or something. I don't know, you could put something on the side of like a fjord. I don't know how to tie it like directly into the hole, because the problem is if you do it the way that I'm thinking, it's not gonna blend. Are you trying to not repeat countries, Liam? Because I suppose that would also dictate things a little bit. Alright, we will speed our way through the 3M. Personality is about to become unknown. I don't care. I should disable the warning. Don't need the boost. UK, Ireland, Finland, Italy, Netherlands, and Spain. I feel like I don't know like enough. And okay. Tulips with Netherlands. So I don't feel like I know enough about each one. I mean, if you did... I mean, France, to me, is it, is it the winery? Is there, like, there's, like, a lavender field in France, right? Why is this course so lag? It must be this. It must be this water. I did not foresee a lie being that big of a deal. %62%. Oh, I underswung it by 3. Oh, 3% over that would have been tough. If I do Eiffel Tower for France, or you could do the, what was it, the Arc de Triomphe or whatever. All the French people that ever watch this are going to be offended by my very poor French pronunciation and knowledge, but it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Gotta be careful because this goes a little bit right at the start. Oh, not the push towards the water. I cannot for chips. Okay. Royal Portrush was way better. Royal Portrush was way better. No, I can't swing straight for crap. And it's like a really weird thing because my swing feels different than my full swing, and I still botch it. So I don't know what that's all about. Why am I... What did I change in my grip between rounds that I'm like suddenly pushing everything? There we go, good read. Good read. Get us back on track. These front tucked pins. That's probably too much power now, or is it not? It's not enough power actually, because it landed on the fringe, and that fringe bounce is just so much worse. Ooh, nice. Alright. Back-to-back good ones. What's going on, Josh? This sweater was from... I've had this for a really long time. Does anybody remember, is this a shirt from the first season Clubhouse Pass? Or is this something that you can get as a sponsor reward? Because I genuinely do not remember. Because I just kind of acquire clothing and then let my wife dress my character. Like, that's the normal flow of events. I just get whatever the game gives me and then she decides what I wear. I'm doing well, thank you. Wife and I went with some friends. Took our kids to an amusement park today. So definitely a little tired, you know, out in the sun, walking, you know, a few miles, riding a bunch of stuff. But yeah, it was a good day. We think that I can go left side of the tee box and then play like a big fade here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just get around the tree. Ooh, that's close, but we're good. Oh yeah, and we had good weather and stuff too. It was a good time. At the point now where definitely you just enjoy like your kids having a good time. Yeah, I'm not like, oh man, I gotta ride these coasters and stuff. Just like riding stuff with him is a good time. I gotta play this. Yeah, I think somewhere here. Let this kick up to the left. Give us our best. Give us our best look at it. All right. Maybe bring it back just a touch. It is downhill, so I think that is part of this equation. Woo. Just caught the high side. All right, starting to make a few putts. Hopefully that bodes well for True Sim. Even after feeling like I was not as far left, still left the target. Man. All right, balls above the feet. How much left does this go? I say I'd love to hit my points so I can tell. Still goes a little bit left. But it's one of those things that's definitely always good to see. You know, because when you hit your inputs, then you can obviously, you're gonna get your best look at it. I actually want to not loft this, but I want to do this. Land this shot in the rough so that it just bleeds onto the green. Because the rough has not been anywhere near as bouncy. You land that on the fringe, you can say goodbye to your ball. You land that on the green, it's gonna have enough, but like, that's one change with them making the rough so much grabbier, which I think is great in a lot of situations. But green side, oh, I finally like really got a contact wrong. Get that left side of the green so it can feed right. It's going to be a really good result from the heavy rough. Stay. Oh, well, we hold the green. Alright, these are ones that I definitely struggle with. Because, like, even that's on the low side. Well, after the first two holes, we opened up the scoring and still got the 7 under through 9. So, I guess the warm-up round wasn't full fluke. This will get us... How am I that far left? It's going to get us around that 100 mark. There we go. Weird. I don't know. It's like my grip and feel has changed. And like you don't want to get into a position where that's the case, because then you're chasing your points. You want to be locked and loaded. Not really have anything differing too much. And there's the push. I mean, that's my miss. If I'm missing push side. Oh, see, I thought it was... I don't know, I read that one just thinking it's gonna swing more early, but it stayed up. But it could also just be that I'm like shifting my sitting position ever so slightly. I can't hit drive here. We're gonna hit like baby draw. What's going on, Cardi? What's push? So as a right-handed golfer, a push is a shot that you hit out to the right. So push and pull, it means that like your swing path, if you're pushing it, like you're swinging from the inside out, you're pushing the ball away from you. If you're over the top, you're pulling the ball. A lot of times the face of your club will be closed or open. And so like if you hit a push with a closed club face, you create a draw spin, right? So the ball will push away from you but then start to spin back. Or you can come over the top with an open face, pull the ball left, but curl it back right. Those can be fine shots, right, if they end up finishing in a straight line. The problem that you get is if you're square, you're just hitting the ball straight and just out on an angle. So whenever I say I push the ball, it's I've got my contact at the top of the swing squared away, but that didn't turn over as much. That's going to be a really tough shot. I should have laid it back, but I was feeling it. Alright, I don't think I really have a good shot, so we're just going to take this shot. There's that push again. Ooh, that is swanging. As I say, that's a little bit pacey. I think that read is really good. I think that was just an overhit. More beginner friendly than EA. You've been having a lot of lot of fun on EA. I mean, there are so many. I guess the easy answer is like this game. EA has it too. There's a lot of customization options in terms of difficulty that you can go with. So ultimately, you can make this game as easy or as difficult as you want to. I prefer this game because of its because of the way that it plays with randomness. Like I think EA has a better career mode But I think overall, at least for me, this is a way better game. I mean, the nice thing with this game is they did make it so that there's what's it called? They have a free demo, so like people are able to try it out. People are able to try it out, see if they like it. Without actually having to purchase it right away. I'm gonna lay this up. I feel like I just don't quite get how so far in on that. Maybe it's gotta be something with the way that I'm holding the controller. I mean, that's better. Should kick left. I was just trying to be cautious. I didn't want to misjudge the wind. Or not misjudge the wind, misjudge the lie and like all the spin and everything, and just put it in the water with like a perfect swing. That's never a great feeling. It is never a great feeling to get all of your points hit and still end up in the crap. Because that just spells misjudgment. Oh, I left the face open on this one, so that cancels the draw out. Why is my dab a billion channel points? So that's a really, really old meme, Sergio. Back circa 2017. I dabbed on stream one time. And I swore I would never do it again. So I made it a channel point redemption at an absurdly high amount that single-handedly could probably never be achieved given the amount that I stream and everything. So I like how that reminds people to use their waste channel points option. Well, Mr. Mojo and Ears, thank you for both sticking around long enough to redeem 9,001 channel points. I hope your power levels feel incredibly high. Also, two people have saved up for the Discord call. There are actual things, but you people just like to waste your channel points here. Give an option to spend it on nothing and people will. The human condition, I don't know. Don't know what it is, but we'll always do it. And it's downhill so much. Whoa, we're getting out here. I feel like I have to play it so high. It's a little overswing. I can't believe that drops. 920k on queso. That's a lot. But you also have to understand that, like, we don't do gambling or anything here, really, so... I mean, not that you can't get there without gambling. I just mean that it definitely does not help the cause for anybody trying to do a long grind. I landed 4 yards short. Okay, well, I definitely misjudged something. And I underswung that by 4%. Nice job. Well, that's what you get for not doing like a practice pullback to gauge where you're at with things. Also, I like how I said, we'll speed run through the... I've never speed ran a round of golf in my life. Dingo. Hit it. And I pushed it, so that probably didn't help. Change your putt weight to 85 with fittings and now you can't make anything? Were you relying on landing on a certain mishit? And that's like affecting your reads? What was that swing? Well, now we're definitely not going forward in 2. Swung a 95% push. Yeah, very easily could be that you were like always overhitting or underhitting in that, like however you made your adjustments. Otherwise, that was exactly what you needed. I did not look at the lie below my feet enough, apparently. All right. Everything was in contact and path and your buddy swears by it. Just gotta get used to it. Yeah, you probably need to like think about how you used to miss on your weight, because there's definitely the chance that like, yeah, that stat does not change anything about the default power that it gives you. But there's a good chance that you were relying, like, you were always overhitting by 1% or 2, or, you know, something of that nature, and that's what your line is. So maybe now it's like, well, if you're hitting your weight, maybe you have to add a little bit. So something to think about. Nothing like having to think about your putting more than you already do. I'm sure that's, you know, gonna be great for the mental for a number of rounds as you settle into it. But I would imagine that it's something like that. You had low weight and you just got really used to overhitting your putts by a particular amount, and so that's what your reads are kind of factoring in. So good luck. Good luck with that, Sergio. Okay, so we are going to forgo ranked tours today so I can get to bed a little bit earlier. Should I have done the second round? Well, I wanted to finish up the weeklies and stuff, so probably not the smartest thing. It is what it is. Don't want graphics, I want camera. We're gonna get this on. We're gonna take a quick break. So we will be playing rounds 3 and 4 of our True Sim tournament this evening. We are sitting 2 back of the leader through 2. And we're gonna go see what sort of run we can make on the weekend. See if we can replicate our round 1 success, in which we shot 14 birdies and 4 pars. You know, we've been giving ourselves opportunities. It's just we gotta close on them. So thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. If you're enjoying, drop a like on the YouTube stream. If you're watching over there, drop a follow, drop a YouTube sub. Find your way back here more easily. But yeah, that's enough sell out. See you guys in 3 minutes. I don't want anybody to miss anything. So, you know, we're not gonna play the game while the ads roll. So see you in 3, and then we dive in True Sim round 3. Here
It's raining.
ads. All right, we are back. Round 3 of True Sim. The links at Union Vale. They're keeping us on the back tees here for the 3rd round. I'm having a feeling that at this point we're going to go through all 4 rounds from this tee box. And that is a-okay. Medium winds, southeast, very firm, fast. Okay, so we do get a switch up in fairway and green conditions. We will have to factor that in. Things are going to want to bounce and have a little bit less spin. Also, Dirt Dog Drip, thank you very much for the follow. I see you. Appreciate that. All right. Let's play smart. Put ourselves into good positions. Even if we choke this down, playing into like the 70s in there, I feel like hybrid off the tee here is the play. I feel like we bring a little bit of uncertainty. Okay, now that's a pull. So that means that's a grip thing. Yeah, hybrid definitely a good play. All right, let's see if we've got our swing back on to the tracks. It's uphill. Wind taking it over a little bit. Gonna carry 151. Wind is definitely at play. Doesn't seem like anything crazy on the green. Ah, the close contact though. We got the swing path online. Hold the contact over just a little bit. So not gonna give ourselves a clean putt here. 19 feet up the hill. It's breaking. Breaking what, right to left? Is that what I was reading? Or left to right? Left to right. It's breaking away from me. That's up the hill. Not a ton early. Definitely see it starting to open up for the last like 2/3, or am I reading that backwards? What are we seeing here, Colby? Sometimes when you pan through it, you see different things. I think it's fairly strong all the way through, actually. I think it starts to fade. Get this out early. You are hitting it firm up the hill. Bring it back just a touch. 61%. Oh, I mean, come on now. What a putt. What a read. And we hit the quads on it too? Are you kidding me? That's how you start the round. Roll one in from downtown. Okay, R5. Back pit, I think we're gonna be okay to do this. Start it out. We want to be right, or we want to be left of that tree so we have a look at it. Okay. I think we're gonna be good. Even if we're just behind the tree, the wind being left to right means that we'll be aiming left, so not as concerned. A little bit of a ridge here, so I feel like we want to land it maybe like 177. That's gonna be 183. Wind is just a touch, not gonna play as strong. Take a little bit off of this guy in the air here. Okay, I may have hit it a little bit too firm with that transition in power. Top of the upslope, sit. Ooh, I don't think we hit it too too hard, actually. I think we hit it to a pretty good number. All right, let's get out to a fast start. Having a hard time. I feel like slight left to right. But that also feels like slight right to left. So let's go straight. Firmly grasp it. Just go center cup with pace. Don't overthink it too much. Okay. Okay. 3 under through 2. How do I do that with the camera? On the green, Liam? Like, how do I pan around the green the way that I do? Or something else? 210, 15 yard. Yeah, I think I like this. Do it a little bit left side. We've got some room. Just cover that upslope. 4-iron has some roll. So when you turn on the putting and approach camera, so if you go to the camera setting, putting and approach camera, when you turn that on, your scout cam turns into this. So when I press triangle, it takes me to my scout camera, and then I swing left stick. So for me, it's the right stick click. If you swing right stick, it's the left stick click. But it'll take you behind the hole, above, side, and then back. And then with my left stick, I can move it around. And I can like pan the green. So that's how you see me like snap to different things so much. Because then what I'm looking for is like, okay, I can see it's below the feet here. I can see it's breaking that whole way. Richie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And then I'm trying to like look up the hill to try and kind of visualize the slope even more, see if there's any transition, because I know it's left to right the whole way. Now it's kind of trying to determine how much. So I can see here, looks like it's a little bit more for the first like 2/3 or so, a little bit less at the end of it. And then you're just trying to paint a picture, right? Trying to paint a picture in your head of like, okay, what does this putt feel like it's breaking as? %. And then the end is just trying to execute it. And there, like, I just misreaded a touch. Added a little bit too much because I was like, well, it's downhill just a little bit. But like that's my general process. I think we're still, because we got headwind 297. I mean, this headwind's gonna put us into the 280s, and like that's light rough, which actually plays to our benefit. So I'm 100% just going at this. I think I would have preferred to have landed it in the light rough. I think that would have given us a much better chance, but either way, we're on the green trying to 2-putt. Yeah, it's a 2-putt birdie. If we get lucky and make a good read, yeah, we can steal an eagle here. Let's see. Feels a little right to left at the hole. You can sometimes use the flag a little bit as an indicator. So like the flag makes it look like it's going right to left, at least at the hole. It doesn't give us the whole story. Haha, no pun intended. But the way I kind of always look at it is if you can find what's happening at your feet and you can find what's happening at the hole, those are your like known goods. And then you can try and infer the rest of what's happening on the green based on like any of the changes that you see. Now it's all visual, and so visual changes are going to be the most deceptive because that's where all the visual tricks can be used. I don't think it's too crazy. I'm gonna go just like a little bit to the right. Somewhere out here. We're trying for the 2-putt. 60%. Didn't get it out to the right enough, but power should be good. Yeah, and sometimes if things trick you, you know, hitting it straighter is gonna be better than, you know, overcommitting to a side that might not be fruitful. So there's all sorts of little things like that. Putting is very educated guesswork. And it looks great and very smart when I get it right, but yeah. Definitely are gonna be times where we also whiff, so. Alright, I'm putting a little bit of D-loft. I feel like I need the extra legs to get there. Come on, hop in. That works. Thanks, pin, I guess. Oh man, bot's gonna love it. Bot's gonna love it. Another hole out. TrueSim's been quite fruitful for the hole outs, which is hilarious because I can't see a thing, so I'm just going purely on like wind read and yardage stuff, and the bounces on the green have been working out for us. Alright, got a little bit pushy, a little bit out there, that's okay. I did take my hand off the controller because I had to clip the shot, you know? Gotta make that content. Yeah, what's going on, Arkin? Gotta make that content, man. Eight yards. It's gonna be more than 8 yards, I think. It's 50 degree though, so I can maybe give it a little punch. We're gonna be playing this little faded. Nice little kick. Yeah, I mean, TrueSim, there's a lot that, like, being able to hit good approaches in proximity is a very strong thing, which is, you know, my putt reads relative to the field are better. Not to everybody, but, like, my putt reads to the field are a little bit stronger. And then my proximity. Wow, that snapped. I also did not take care of my inputs there. I'm realizing. that I was very sloppy on that. That probably was enough to miss. That low. Okay, that's a good reminder. Gotta focus on my putter swing. And that's a good reminder for everybody that you have to take care of it. That's 20 yards. All right, I'm gonna 5-iron it. It still has some kick and release to work with. It is very firms, so that's what takes us that extra. Honestly, to this point, I've kind of forgotten that it's very firms because we've been playing with wedges and stuff so much. Haven't honestly really clocked much of a difference. Okay, left to right. A little bit of movement the whole way. Underswung it. Gosh darn it, Colby. Come on. That's 2 strokes right there on the putter. That is 2 strokes. So, like, I don't know what it is. I've done this recently where I get, like, a hole out and then I follow up the next holes with, like, really dumb mistakes. What's going on, Helty? First hole at TUC this week. Went to tap in a 3-footer. It was, like, 17-degree open and mid. Yeah, and it's like, you can get away with a lot. You can't get away with that. You know? That's the big kicker with it all. You can get away with so much. You just can't get away with that much. So you have to take care of it, which I appreciate. That everything is not just a gimme, but boy does it make it tough if you have any sort of mental lapse. Okay, come on. You can't keep putting them to 6 feet and then just whiff it. %. Straight swing. Okay, a little bit over, but you know what? I don't care. It's an eagle. Puts us back. It's just knowing that we've got 3 eagles on the round, but have also dropped 2 birdie strokes. This is a tailwind. This might be drivable. 324 with wind. Oh, it's definitely drivable. It's a question of, does it make sense to go for it? I feel like I need to hit an overpowered regular. I feel like power drive is too much. A little bit closed, but that's okay because we got 103. Oh, that might be really good because we got the bounce off of the fringe instead of the fairway. It's honestly kind of straightish. Maybe left to right. Don't really want to give up the hole. I do see a touch left to right there. Maybe go a little bit firmer and like left edge. I do think there's a little movement on it, so. No. Ooh. Early disappointment. Okay, that's 10 under with 4 eagles on the front 9. And I missed 2 makeable birdie putts. That's kind of nutty. That's probably the like craziest front, like just 9 holes I've ever played, let alone on TrueSim. That's oh boy, that's kind of nuts. I mean, our proximity on that front 9 was something to behold as well. If I go 34, 42, this isn't gonna get anywhere near where we need it to. Okay, so there's plenty of room to work with. That's not really the concern. 149. Tailing, crosswind. It's the very firm bounce, so I'm just gonna give it like a little bit of loft. Add another eagle to the card, just like, okay. I put a little bit of loft on it. It didn't get as much distance as I had hoped, but like, here's the thing. Below the hole in a spot that looks fairly straight again. I mean, the pin is giving me like a slight left tilt read, but even if that's the case, a little bit firmer, just a touch left. I mean, and I hope that that read is correct. Okay. That's not a push miss. That's literally it broke a little bit at the start. And I didn't want to put it left edge of the hole because I wasn't as convinced of the break. What the heck is that down there? That's gotta be something bad, right? That's gotta be something bad. Let's choke down a hybrid shot. Cause it's very firm. It'll bounce down with wind and everything. Like, we're gonna go left or right of the hole. Okay, a little bit open. I'm okay with that. Cause this is gonna get down here. Yeah. I'm trying not to get to a part where like we've got tailwind and we've got, I don't want to be tailwind with a lob wedge and then like trying to do the partial stuff. So we'll take this. It's a choked 50 degree, but it's very firm. We're gonna almost get all of it. Wind's on a good line. Come on, very firm kick. Little release. Not bad. It's a little bit to the right. I thought that the wind was going to bring us back. We keep getting these ones that look pretty straight. I'm hoping that that's the case. They all have like a little left to right break in them, and I am reading it. It's just that one, I didn't commit enough to it. Okay, I mean, we're putting ourselves in really good spots. We are putting ourselves in really good spots. Those eagles are helping the cause tremendously. I gotta take a couple of yards off this 8-iron, because again, it's very firms. Little draw shape to it. Oh, that's it. I should have put a little bit of loft into it as opposed to just doing the distance control. Okay, longest putt we've had in a little bit. Breaking away from us, so I want to look at this. Hmm. %. Take care of your putt. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Close. It's close. We've been having very good reads. Again, it's drivable. I'm realizing that a lot of this round is like, there's just a lot to be said for execution, and we've been having that. See, like this, it's very firm, so it might. I'm thinking that this is probably better than trying to go very firm on the. Probably a good target line. Okay, maybe give a little bit of overpower on the 3-wood. Oh, I push opened it. Little double cross. If we get the kick left, though, maybe the very firms will bless us. Oh, we get away with it. Look at how much this is still rolling. Holy cow. What? Oh, okay. Okay, well. And I guess if we hit that where we wanted to, it was always gonna just take off like that. It's out of the light rough. Definitely way left to right. Way downhill. Maybe not way downhill, but definitely gets a little bit of a... Alright, 84%. See how we can do on this. Chipping's not our strong suit. That is not bad. That is not bad. Gives us a birdie tap in. And we've still got 14 through 18 to play. Okay, this has been a very difficult par 5, this 14th, because trying to hit this shot, I mean, like, I can try and play a fade up against this, but trying to hit this and get your shot to stay right enough that you can actually go for the green in 2 around these trees has not been a simple task. It's like, that's like, we're too deep. We're too deep. So now it's kind of do this again. Do this again. Just try and lay something back. I didn't want that to be a 96% shot, but whatever. This is round 3, Mr. Mojo. This is round 3. This is not enough. I can't. With the very firms, I don't really trust going up a little bit. So I'd like to, if I can, squeeze this shot just a bit. Uh-oh. Not that great, guy. I didn't land it on the green, and not landing that on the green, definitely a critical mistake. Definitely a critical mistake. Looking like a great round 3. I mean, yeah, 4 eagles on the front 9 is a heck of is a heck of a round. Went 10 under going out. Trying to close this out with a few more scores. And that 10 under, I could have gone 12. We missed 2 very makeable putts, which is kind of like just absurd to say, but 'tis the case. 'Tis the truth. This guy putts. This guy putts. Driver. Then we'll see what we can do here. Okay. 157. 9 iron. What's going on, Anonymous? Hello? We're in between clubs. But I don't think it's so close as having to choke that shot down, so let's see here. Ball slightly below the feet. It's gonna want to curve that way. That's fine. Playing it from this angle, 12-ish. Probably playing closer to 8. Or not. Well, it's probably playing about pin high, so take just a little bit off of it. It's very firm, but into wind. It's both on the left-hand side. Okay, so that curls us a little bit more left and a little bit shorter, but we're on the putting surface. We're above the ridge. That's the other key piece to all of this. Now we've got a 12-footer. How breaky is it? Because it is below the feet, right? Yeah. Actually not crazy. Actually not crazy. All right, 54%. A little firm, isn't it? Well, it may be firm, but it fixes the read. Yeah, what up, RJ? Amen, Alex. Although there is irony in that your name is apparently also the king. I'm getting mixed signals. If I go 290, am I gonna run into issues? Don't think so. Don't think so. Cover the bunker. $120, plays like 122, get a little bit of wind. It's not gonna quite play 7, I don't think. This was a generated name? Fair. Fair. Noah, thank you for the YouTube sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. $222, you know what? I'm gonna play it straight up. I'm gonna play it straight up. 50 degree into this. It's kind of straight at it. Wind plays a little bit. Throw some quads. That left to right. That left to right actually did some work. 100% would have been better than 101, but we take it. Definitely a little bit more slope in this one than there has been on the last couple. We go here. 42%. Yeah, I read putts today. At least for this round, we read putts. Alright, I'm taking 3 wood off the tee. The thing with the very firms, this will get us down to a good wedge position. Yeah, there we go. 100 yards. 96, slightly downhill, downwind. Did we get 7 yards out of that wind? I don't think so. I think we put a little bit of loft just because of the downslope and the very firm bounce. the wind work it back just a touch left. I'm disappointed in myself. I underswung it. That would have been so close otherwise. Okay, 48%. Take care of your putt. Just snapped on me. That's a shame, because that's yeah, just full swing that at 100%, and that's definitely in there to tap in territory. Okay, this one keeps running away from us a bit more than I'd like it to, and I don't think it means take 239 off the tee, because it carries 240, and then I'll leave like... Actually, it might be. So if I go 252, 260s, 335. I don't know, it kind of runs off downhill, so maybe I'll try and like overpower a hybrid here. It felt like when I took 3-wood. Yeah, that would have been close. That would have been close. 300 yards. I mean, there's just nothing in the bag here. Even with full 3-wood, I think we just lay it up. I think you go short right of this bunker. Leave it a wedge. Actually, not even short right. I want angle of attack here, so I want to go left side fairway short. 170. Uphill a little bit. I'm gonna go choked 8 to be safe. I underswung it. That's even worse. Okay. Nothing like failed layups. They're my favorite. Failed layups are my most favorite thing. Right side, yeah, so I gotta be a little bit more left just out of caution. Come on, give me a kick right. I know I'm playing it a little bit safe because I don't want to bring that bunker into play. Okay, it's a sweeper. It's a big sweeper left to right. Much stronger in the first half than at the end. But it's also downhill a little bit, so that's kind of the part here that makes this tough. %. Let's see what we got. Oh, really good read. Really good read. Unfortunate on that second shot that we don't lay it up better to really attack it, but we were 5 strokes better than anybody else on PlayStation in that round. So we'll see where we come in against the rest of the pack, see what we can do in round 4. But that's a really good way to set ourselves up for something. I gotta just erase the thought of what we need to win or anything like that, and just try and do what we did there and focus shot by shot. Yeah, so we're ping-ponging with Scud. We're ping-ponging with Scud here. We probably have to put together a really nice final round still. So we shot 13 9, 15. You know, those couple of missed strokes throughout the tournament are always going to be very meaningful. But we'll see what we can do in round 4. We will see what we can do in round 4. That's a fantastic round. I mean, that scorecard is kind of crazy. That score 4. What, we shot 10 under, 5 under, and like we could have shot 12 under going out, and like could have scored a few more coming in. Is the reality of it. You know, you hate to dwell on the mistakes, but like there's a really bad putt input. There's another makeable putt that was missed. Hit a 98% that we missed the putt on, whereas 100% would have put us to like 3 feet. So like there's all really tiny stuff. Can't change it. You know, you can only try and get better. But that's a really good moving day. That's a really good moving day. Okay, unfortunately, we gotta stand up and ruin our potential, you know, swing positioning here. But we gotta clear the pre-rolls. How many people are in the tournament, Jason? Last week, so I don't know how many are in it this week. Let me see. So this week so far, 66 people have teed off. Last week, for example, 68 played. So it's probably pretty close. Pretty close to full field. True Sim's definitely not the most populated of the tours. Let me look over the past couple weeks though. We had 75, 77, 86. So player bases started to decline a little bit. No, not everybody has to play at the same time. So you have to have your first 2 rounds in by midnight Eastern on Wednesday. And then the final 2 rounds have to be completed by Saturday night at whatever the society rollover time is, 7 p.m. Eastern, something like that. So that's the time frame for any of these TGC Tours tournaments. So we'll play our first 2 for the Platinum Tour tomorrow to make sure that we get in before the cut. Yeah, solid moving day. We got to take a quick break to get rid of the pre-rolls. So we'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we'll fire away at round 4 and see if we can replicate a little bit of that magic, make a few more putts. You know, it's gonna be tough. You know, I think just given how close we are with Scud, we probably still have to have a fantastic round 4. There's a chance. There's also a chance that we come up short and finish second, and that's, you know, we have to be okay with that possibility, but we're going to go out there and try and take care of each and every shot and try and win this thing. All right, I'll be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, we are back. Is that pronounced Owie? I feel like I'm probably completely butchering it, but what's going on? Hope you're doing well. You play a ton of golf, Jason? Thinking about getting this game? Well, there is a free demo. There is a free demo if you are interested in it. Get to check it out without actually having to drop any money. Grind the range today. I'm getting out to the range tomorrow. We took the kids with some friends and their kids to the amusement park, or to an amusement park. Took the day off of work. Gonna try and make use of the warm weather tomorrow and get out to the range. All right. Round 4. The links at Union Vale. Let's try and do something special here. High winds, south, very firm, fast again. Okay. Okay, so we took care of business on the medium wind round. Fairway and green conditions stay the same through the weekend. So we've had a few weeks where all 4 rounds have played the same fairways and greens. This one playing a little bit different, but hopefully we can still capitalize. I think we choke the hybrid again. Just play a little side shot. Hopefully we can find our swing points. Love that. Just get this one, you know, it's very firm, so we know that there's going to be some big bounces, a bit less spin, things are going to want to roll. Let's try and do something here. Handicap IRL, I am a 26-6. But I also do not have a lot of time in golf IRL. Picked it up a few years ago. Just don't have the time now, especially with having a kid. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Very firm kick. Okay, good opening hole. Good opening hole for round 4. Half your family's from Germany, Jason. I am quite German myself. My great grandfather was from Germany. My family line traces back quite a bit German. Yeah, what up, Ben? Right, this is gonna be a dead headwind. Gonna put us. See, this one's actually interesting. This is the first hole all tournament, or the first time all tournament that hole 2. I think even if we played this out to 188, that's like trying to take like a 5-iron over that. Okay, this is the first time all tournament that is not the angle that we want to be taking. We're gonna have to take the long shot. 97 with some wind. It's downhill though, and very firm greens. I'm gonna choke this shot. Might end up becoming a 3-shotter. Just out of pure necessity. We're gonna try and make it a 2-shotter, of course. Probably too much headwind, and like even if I took the full swing, I don't think we're getting there, because it's like it's 259, 248, and then you throw in the head. We're like short of the green here. The short pitch game hasn't been great, but I'm trying to think like if we lay it back, is it gonna be better for us? Hoping to get to scratch. That's awesome. I would love to get there. I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting a little bit better. Just trying to keep working on things. get into the course. Like, we're trending in the right direction. Yeah, I've got like 30 rounds in 4 years. So, you know, we started at like 115s and now, you know, we're starting to shoot under 100. So like it's moving the right way. Ball's below the feet. Pin's there. If we aim at the flag stick, ball below the feet, let it drift that way. I think that's all right. That's gonna be fading too. Uphill. Yeah. The push, probably not the worst thing for us. Okay. I wasn't expecting to get the green in too, but I guess the uphill negated the wind enough. I mean, it's a long one, don't get me wrong, 56 feet. Been trying to putt around this. It's gonna be a tall task. Because you don't wanna... How uphill, or how slopey is that ridge? I feel like that's the part that's gonna get me in trouble the most. Okay, 73%. Let's see what we got. Well, that's good. A little low, but sit. Okay, I mean, that's all we need that to be. That's all we need that to be. That's a great 2-putt. All about the chipping and putting, man. Well, when your full swings don't go where you want them to, it certainly doesn't help. Like, that's one thing that I've always struggled with is like, sure, chipping and putting is a big piece of it, but if on a par 4 it's taking you 4 shots to get on the green or something, like, that's never a good time either. Oh, this is close. Try and land this like right on the front of the green and then roll it the rest of the way. A little bit left. Okay, I mean it feeds left to right and front to back here. So I'm hoping that with the fast greens, you know, things still kind of curl around. Oh, there's a German Kiowa? Which came first? The German one or the one in South Carolina? Okay, it broke that way, so this we know is right to left. How much though? Not a ton, more at the start. No, the 43 would have made it, and I missed under. Ah. The US one, okay. Looks like a lot of the helping aids are turned off. So we play in what's called the TGC Tours. The TGC Tours are societies that are run in the game, but they also have like third-party leaderboards. Like they have it, the data ported to a website, and so all the tournaments and everything are run through that. What we're playing right now is called the True Sim Tour. And so with the True Sim Tour, we have no green grids, no live grids, no scout cam. And we play on Master Swing. On the main tours, we play with green grids and scout cam on. We still play with lie grid off, and on the top flight that I'm in, we play on legend swing. And then TrueSim tries to play real courses, and so things are a bit tamer. We play user created courses. They're vetted and stuff, but we play those on the main tour. Those tend to be a bit tougher. I don't want to be left. Didn't play as much fade. I wanted to be left because I wanted to hit the rough like that and really take a lot of the steam out. We just left ourselves quite left. But that being said, if we can get ourselves down close, again, it's kind of always that battle of get it close and then just make the birdie. %. Yeah, what up, Rob? Did I play on? I'm on PS5, but you can play this on any of the new gen stuff or PC. Okay, we got the pace. I did take a little bit off of it, so there's a chance here that we end up short. But I didn't want to go blasting it past the hole. I didn't think on this downslope, though, that you'd have this much problem. That's saying right to left. That looks right to left. I'm going to put it like here, but I'm going to hit it with pace. It's a short putt. Gonna take that. Oh, so looking tonight? Nothing wrong with that, Rob. Appreciate you being here. Old owners have been to South Carolina. Okay. We're so inspired by the course. Pretty cool, though. Alright, I think this is 3-wood all day. I think this is 3-wood all day. Bound it down, give ourselves like a wedge. Maybe that's too far. Do I need to choke that? 96. Okay, well, we're choking this shot for sure. A lot of movement still. 96, 94. That wind is going to take us a little bit off of it with the very firms. That's it. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I love that. Is that a Canadian course, Devlin? No, it's in Upper New York. I believe it's Upper New York. The link's at Union Vale. I looked this up before. LaGrangeville, I think it's like east of Poughkeepsie. Forget how north that actually is, though. Yeah. It's like mid-state, or I guess not quite mid-state. It's near Connecticut. It's near Connecticut. Didn't think golf could be any more boring, but then you find this stream, Val? Well, I guess sucks to be you then. Yeah, what up, Theology? How do you know the wind speed? So it's the blue meter in the middle actually tells you the wind speed. When you have the wind speed on, you can kind of start to learn. You can start to learn what the wind is playing at. So just over a lot of experience, I know that this is like a 12-mile-an-hour wind, and so from there I can make my adjustments accordingly. I'll play like a choked 8, just kind of go straight at it. I don't think, yeah, nothing crazy that I'm seeing on the green. The only thing that I'm a dingus about there is that I took a choked shot. I took a choke shot into that and didn't factor that the choke shot plays a little bit less. So that's on me, dog. That is on me. Yo, what's going on, Salty? Straight putt, and then it's definitely right to left for like the last third or so. What is it? 65%? I am swing stick crab. Forever and always. Underswung it. Of course the movement is like literally right at the end. Oh well. Yeah, what up, Gavin? Ever True Sim match play tournaments? I think we played in a True Sim alt shot tournament. I don't think it was 2K21. I think it was 2K23, maybe early on. Maybe it was 2K21. But the thing is, the like interest in True Sim as a whole is not the largest. So that's kind of the tough thing with it. 10 yards on the 6-iron, that's kind of uphill. Choke the 5? Bollocks, thank you for the follow. If I play this as a cut, I gotta play this left, because I think it kicks right, and I think it is uphill. Back-to-back follows. Get in there, Austin. Ah, no, misjudged what the green book was telling me. It kicks left, not right. And we're short by 1%. That's tough. That's real tough. Okay, I just need this to. Here's all your warning. Think carefully what you say, because my wife dresses my character. For all 4 tournament rounds and the casual, my wife dresses it. So before you go questioning too hard, just think on that, okay? Just think on that. 1A True Sim Majors? That's a touchy subject. No. I've only won a handful of times in 2K23, and I could have won the True Sim Major a couple weeks ago, but I had a really, really bad round 3. Where, like, just nothing went right. Shot, like, 11 under, 9 under, 3 under, 9 under, something like that, and lost by a couple strokes. So it happens. But yeah, that one stung. Gonna rock it tomorrow, IRL. This is so difficult. Very firms, but it's uphill and into that. Okay. I don't love anything about this, but I don't really know what to do. Okay. Okay, that works for me. We're just trying to save things on the up and down here. Good. Yeah, I'm Colby T on the leaderboard. That be me. That be me. Okay. So, slight problem here is that tree. If I go full loft, is that tree just... This is a deceitful tree? I'm gonna try and play a little draw to it, but it's a little too much draw. That tree's actually way further out than I thought. Okay, not ideal. Not ideal by any stretch because our angle here don't have a lot to work with. Because we're uphill and out of the light rough. So I'm thinking that 239, see it's, if we get like 5% off of this, I land in like the 220s. Okay, so what we will do is we will go for it because that's just how we roll. But we're gonna have to overpower this shot. Another closed. Come on, kick right. That's a good kick. Okay. We got an eagle look. We know there's right to left in it, and it's uphill. So, see what we can do with that information. I'm panning around too fast. This is what I want. Actually, it looks like it's stronger at the top. 4 shots. Yeah, I mean there were so many things in that tournament, Devlin. There were so many things in that tournament that I botched, and also Rio played great. Like his comeback on the weekend rounds was huge too, because he was not like in a position where it was like, yeah, based on the way he played the first 2 rounds, he's gonna be taking the win. So like hats off to him as well. Alright, we're gonna rock and roll with this. Try and get it close. Hopefully make for the eagle, but eagles are big time. Eagles are big time. Front pin. Yeah, what's going on, Clip Central? How we doing today? 298. $310-ish on that. I mean, I can go. Honestly, there's a part of me that just says send it. There's a part of me that just says send this and like deal with whatever comes as long as we hit the green. I don't know. Going for the gap, hit the rough. Oh, it's gonna feed right. But hitting that rough just takes so much momentum out of it. Again, now it's 2-putt. Go for 2-putt. Try and get, you know, eagle if we're lucky, 2-putt for birdie. Hey, thank you, Francis. Play PGA 2K? I am. Yes, we're playing True Sim right now on the TGC Tours, so we're playing with No grids, no scout cam. Trying to pull out a win in this tournament, but we got plenty of work left. Right to left up the hill, like big time right to left up the hill. And then I think we still have a little bit of right to left in it once we get up there. You're powering it through, so like I gotta be careful that I don't. Come right here maybe. Will they use Royal Portrush? Probably not, Devlin, mostly because they tend to avoid the official courses in the game because they're not great. That being said, they might use it, but there's a good chance that they will use like a different US Open venue from the past that's not made officially in the game. Like the Chill Stream, I appreciate that, Clips. 77%, let's see what we got here. $76, I will take it. 1% under, probably gonna miss it low and short. 77 would have been flirting with it because that was a really good read. But when you're hitting percentages that high, it's not a simple task. Okay, what do we got here? Downhill, downwind. 167, a little bit of wind. I might just hit this. Mid 160s, a little bit longer. What is my... Okay. So I kind of have to carry this like 173. It's very firms, but that's telling me that it's uphill to it. So 173 is my number. Might not be crazy. I might be able to hit like 172. 167. This is short. This is long. Take some off the 8 and hope I'm not taking too much off, I guess is kind of the thing. Leo, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. Thank you kindly. Downhill, I'll play it a little bit more. Still long. Okay, didn't shave enough off. It's tough. I didn't want to be long. I mean, I didn't want to be short. Didn't think I was going to be this long. That was a tight window. I didn't love the choke shot. That's really what it boiled down to. Hey, I appreciate that, Howie. I mean, it's kind of a straight chip. It's light rough. I don't want to do anything crazy. I know it's straight. The ability for me to actually hit this straight is another story. Yeah, there's the push. But you know what? Pars are okay. I felt like, yeah, you can see how big that slope is there. I mean, I have to go for it like that because I think if I ever play it to be short, yeah, I'm just in trouble. All right, kind of similar to last round in that I think we can take like a hybrid here, try and get up. Try and get up that right-hand side for angle of attack. Didn't get as much left. I think I thought that the wind was going to drift me more to the right. Okay. I have to choke it. Wind is going to take us too far, so how much do we need to shave? I don't think the angle really matters. We're good. 96, 6 yards. It's very firm though, so I'm going to give it a couple of yards off. I pushed it. That's like big push too. Definitely takes a few yards off my swing and pushes me out to the side. So that would have been pretty good. Right at it. Now we've got a little bit of a breaker that we've got to deal with. What's going on, Finns? Welcome back. Random thought, never understood how and when they move the pin every day. There's not marks all around the green. So you dig the hole out, right? Yep. And you just take that clump of dirt with grass and then kind of mat it down, whatever. Just move. I think that's how it goes. You cut your new hole and then you can take that and plug the last one, pull the cup out, plug it. You can see it on like putting greens and stuff, I feel like. I don't know if that's just because they don't tend to those quite as precisely. That did not quite break enough. Just a hair off the mark. It's going well, Smithers. We had a 15 under round 3 with 4 eagles on the front 9. Still a lot of work left to do. I mean, I don't know that we're gonna have enough in the tank here on round 4 because we're just missing things enough. And to try and get a dub, but we're trying. Well, very firm. Chase back there a little bit. I mean, we're giving ourselves chances. Can't say that we're not giving ourselves chances. Conversions are obviously very tough. Oh, I misread that. I thought at the foot, I could have hit that, like, it's stuff like that. I thought at the foot, it broke the other, did I misinterpret that one? I don't know. Oh, man. It's been small things like that I've had not go right. Okay, we're gonna try and play this. The very firm went way further last time. So we're gonna try and keep that in mind here. The wind is actually moving quite a bit now. So choke the hybrid. Play it just touch draw. I don't know if this is going to land too short now and create like too difficult of a shot. But I had it where stuff just like rolled like crazy. You're having 2K23 player, Chaz. I enjoy it. It is quite different. Like the swing mechanic is very different. There are a lot of things that are EA-ified. Of course, my push was not like the crazy push that I normally have. That's funny. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I know there's some mixed feelings about the lack of tempo. I've personally been enjoying it, but I also make content for it, so my joy is maybe a little skewed. That being said, you can play the demo for free. Check it out for yourself, see if you like it. What's going on, Maximo? Gotta be perfect to get the W. Yeah, we've had opportunities. That round 2 obviously stings a lot. Yeah, but we've had opportunities and we've just missed them, so. This hole, man. This hole. I want so badly to go forward in 2, but it is literally always lay it up to the same spot. Lay it up to the same spot and try and hit a 3rd shot in close. Gotta beat Scud. If I was immune to mental mistakes, yes. But I fear I've cost myself too many strokes already. Like, I've played some insane golf tonight, don't get me wrong. But I've also just missed some things that I really shouldn't. We're gonna try. I mean, it's not over till it's over, right? But yeah, there's putts that we shouldn't miss. There's pitch shots that I left myself in. Not that the pitch was in a bad place, but I left the pitch to a bad number, or I flubbed it. You know, I'm very good at getting in my own way. That's basically what it comes down to. We'll get there. We'll get there. 1 week. 1 week will stop that. Yeah. Never want to be too down on myself because, like, again, we've played some incredible golf. The front 9 of round 3 was a 10 under with 4 eagles that should have been a 12 under. And it's like those 2 strokes, and like it's little things here and there where it's like it just all adds up. Okay, slightly below the feet, wind out there. Gotta beat yourself before you can beat anyone else. Golf in a nutshell. In a nutshell. Gotta go over these bunkers. Just over this one so that it drifts back towards the fairway. That's a push that actually I think saved me. I mean I think marketable wasn't a terrible term there. I don't think marketable was a terrible term. It's gonna be 10 yards short, maybe a little bit less. I just choked 4-iron down the hill. Gotta try it though. Because I don't think going full 4-iron is gonna be in my best interest. .151. Feels a little right to left the whole way. No, don't do it to me. I'm gonna need that one, huh? Nah, that's just one of those ones where like it breaks just a hair more. Gotta have them. Gotta have them, gotta have them, gotta have them. I'm gonna go hybrid. I actually think that it's enough. It's enough on the tailwind and everything. That push is gonna hurt me. That push is gonna hurt. 120. Nah, I think you just play a full and we'll see what happens. I gotta go straight at it. Oh, I hate this. I don't see anything. Don't see anything glaring. That seems slightly below the feet. Slam it straight. Slam it straight. I think because of count back, if I remember what I saw from Scud earlier, I think I need eagle. I think I need eagle, which stinks tremendously, but Jumpman, thank you for the follow. Because I don't think there's not enough wind here, yeah. There's just not a situation where I can drive this green, so it's like hole it out territory. You don't want to go in there. 180, 190. Yeah, I'll take this. Let's cut it right. All right. Choke 9-iron. Playing like 146, 12. Probably pretty close. Golf courses by your house, Marco? That's pretty cool. All right. Hole out eagle for the True Sim win. Underswung it. Overread it. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Too many mistakes on, like, the simpler things in life. So, most unfortunate. Of course, we're going to make that putt to lose on count back. I hate everything. I hate everything. GG Scud. Again. Freaking again, man. Page randomly popped up while browsing Reels. Game looks pretty fun. It's very fun. It is very fun. Very difficult, very frustrating too. I know we missed so many putts out there that were like makeable. I should have won this by a few. Winner in your book, Maximo. Thanks, man. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but thanks, man. T markers in the fairway? No, I think those are like, I think they're supposed to be like the golf cart stakes. You know, it's like, don't drive up to the green, get on the cart path here. Yep, Scud wins on countback. Sucks. It feels freaking bad, man. Ugh. Because look at this. It's that round 2. It just sucks because like I shoot a 15 under round 3, but because of countback rules, we lose it. Should go to low round. You know, why isn't that the rule? Whoever shoots the lowest single round. How's the countback work? So if you're tied after 4 rounds, it looks at your round 4 score. Whoever's is lower, if you're still tied after round 4, it looks back at round 3, then round 2, and then it goes, because your round 1 is the same at that point, then it goes to hole 18, round 4, hole 17. I like low round better. I'm biased, but I feel like low round is like... Because, like, I technically mounted the comeback here, right? I outshot him by 2 strokes on the weekend. I know I'm just, like, sound like I'm complaining. It doesn't matter, but, you know, I'm playing chase. And I technically, because my round 3 was too good, I had to shoot 1 stroke better in round 4 to win it outright. Hey, thanks, Fly Guy. So, I don't know. I don't know if low round is, like, an actual... good thing. Yeah, a playoff is impossible to coordinate, and like technically it's like a potentially 1-hole playoff, and like you can't just pick the 18th and everything. We played out of our minds tonight. Unfortunately, we even in that greatness of shooting 27 under on the weekend, we missed stuff that we should have made, which is kind of crazy. Should be a good feeling going into the major next week. Definitely stings. Definitely stings, though. But Marco, so I picked this course, not really. So this course was chosen for us. Adam, thank you very much for the follow. So we play on the TGC Tour's True Sim Tour. So you can see, I guess you're on the vertical stream, so I don't know how much you can actually see from this. TGC Tours, they have multiple societies in the game. They actually run a website, tgctours.com. They pull information from these societies. On the main tours, you know, you can play in any of the societies. Your scores will only pull on the website for the tour that you have a tour card for. There's a whole qualifying process. So we're playing in the True Sim Tour, which is just like a side tour with less help. So they schedule tournaments. Every week there's a tournament. This one tries to follow the IRL PGA Tour calendar as best as it can. Some weeks they will swap out to some custom or some user-created recreations of real courses. So this one is the links at Union Vale. This was selected by the scheduler. I have no say in it. I just show up and play. What's going on, Jake? Burn out an NBA 2K, strong thing about golf. How's the game compared from a 2K platform? So it is 2K by name that they own it, but you have to understand that it was a studio that was on its own for 6 to 8 years, and then 2K, I think between years 8 and 10 or something, 7 and 9, somewhere in there, they bought the studio. So it is under the 2K umbrella, but the studio was not like an original 2K studio. I haven't played the other 2K games to compare. There is a free demo of this game. It's the PGA Tour 2K25. What do they call it? It's not called demo. They call it something else, and I always blank on it. PGA Tour 2K20 First Look. So you can give it a whirl for free if you'd like. Yeah, welcome back, John. How's it going? We lost True Sim on countback. So we tied the leader. We shot 27 under, outshot them by 2 on the weekend, but the way the TGC Tours works is if you are tied for your 4-round score, they look at your round 4 score in particular, and we were 1 stroke short. If we tied them on round 4, we would have beaten them outright by 1 stroke. So it's unfortunate. It's the way that it is. I made too many mistakes out there on easier things that I shouldn't have. So, is what it is. Deuces, I am a sculptor. Most top players, I would say, are probably technician and then sculptor or magician. I don't know what the exact breakdown is at the very top. I know overall it's more technician. I think there are plenty of technician players at the very top. I think there are quite a few, but I like the extra distance, extra shaping with the sculptor. Adam Hodges, thank you for the YouTube sub. Views are horrible based on pay to play to make your own build. Completely fine with that. You pay $100 for it. How much does it cost to max out a build on golf? You don't have to pay. You do not have to pay. It may take a little bit, but everything is acquirable in-game just playing it. Kind of the way that they've structured this game is playing frequently. So just sitting down and grinding, you can definitely make VC and stuff. But they have daily and weekly quests. Hey, take it easy, Liam. Yeah, it happens. We'll get it 1 week. We're flirting with second place too much to not win one at some point. So they've got weekly quests, they've got daily quests, they've got season quests. So they want you to be logging in and playing relatively frequently, but they also have stuff for specifically my career and some other things just from playing. So you can get VC. Basically, the big complaint is it costs 175 VC or something to unlock a level. It's a weird mechanic. So your XP unlocks your like attribute points, but you have to pay to apply the attribute points. So that's where people get pissed, because it's like, it is pay to get there faster, but you can definitely play the game and get there, because there is VC to be had from doing quests. And just they've boosted the payouts from rounds a little bit. It used to be that like it was just career mode that you could make VC on and everything else was hot garbage. Now everything is fairly comparable, so you can play whatever modes you want. I would recommend career mode and the ranked tours. Ranked tours cost a little bit to enter, but if you finish in a relatively decent position, you'll actually make some back. There are also some quests that give you big payouts. So there's some stuff where like you can get it. Still some grinding on that 99 build. Yeah, I mean, you can... It requires some grinding, but like definitely in under 100 hours, you can have a fully built out character. And there's... I think it's definitely... It was really easy at early access launch, and then they nerfed it, and it's better than it was for the first little bit. So I don't know like the exact hours, you know, and things. You know, the easiest thing is play career mode, turn on your rival, like beat your rival, all that. You'll get VC. There are a bunch of quests that are overall focused and career mode focused, so you're killing two birds with one stone. There's ways to be efficient with it. Just don't jump straight into competitive and like think that you're going to do well or expect to get, you know, big returns. If you focus on career for a while, you'll get plenty, you know, and there's plenty of resources out there probably to start with technician. They also have it, and they probably have it in NBA 2K as well. It's called Rebirth. So if you get a character up to 90, any subsequent characters that you create, you can get them to 75 for free, and it's not that expensive. Or you can get them up to like 80 or something for free, and like you can get a decent amount for free, and then, you know, it's not crazy expensive to get 1 to 85 for like some of the skills and stuff. You think so, Alex? I'm not a fan. I don't like the randomness that's baked into it. That's my big thing. I think they have a better career mode. I think that the physics and just the way that the 2K games play is much better. They also have a course designer and amazing course designers that play the game. EA, you're just locked to the same courses. That cone of uncertainty, even as small as you make it, I hate as a gamer, where it's like, you map out this great shot, you're like, okay, I've read the wind, great, whatever, and then it's like, perfect shot, and you're just still like shot into the rough because there's an element that just I have zero control over. In this game, I can read my lie, I can read the wind, I can execute my shot. Okay, great, I hit a perfect shot. My result is going to be perfect if I read everything else right. That to me is just not a fun. You can get away with it in career mode. It's not a fun mechanic to me where you're playing competitively against somebody. You could both aim a shot the exact same from the same spot and hit it exactly the same, perfect, and both end up in different spots. Like that to me, that's like a really crap mechanic. I get what they're trying to do with it. I just don't like it. It also doesn't help that they abandoned the game and that, it's gonna never get updates again, and they're probably not gonna make a sequel. So there's also that. All right, take it easy, Smithers. We're getting wrapped up here too. So that's my stance on it. I played a little bit of it. Hey, welcome back, JK. Here's my proof. I played 40 hours of it. It just wasn't it. 900 on this. I didn't have a kid. I had a kid during this one, so it was under 1,000. I had 1,400 hours on 2K21, 900 on 23, and I'm at 225 on this one. I like the 2K series way better. Way, way, way better. Okay. So, couple of orders of business here. First off, thanks everybody for being here. I always appreciate it. Couple of things. If you're watching, how many rounds am I playing? Technically, I've played 4 rounds today, JK. We had 2 warm-up rounds, and then we played True Sim rounds 3 and 4. So technically, you just missed it. I would recommend watching the replay. A couple of things, though. If you were watching on YouTube and you enjoyed, a like on the stream goes a long way. I have noticed there is an influx of vertical stream viewers, which is awesome. Little PSA, in case you don't want to watch the vertical feed. We do also stream horizontal on YouTube and on Twitch. So just little PSA there that we have alternatives if that tickles your fancy a little bit more. I don't know why we're tickling fancies, but here we are. We will be live again tomorrow night. We're on a normal stream schedule this week, Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be out of town for a week in 2 weeks. I will remind you all in Discord, wink, wink, if you want to join that. Yeah, I appreciate you all. Drop a like on those. It helps me. A follow on Twitch, sub on YouTube. Help find your way back here in the future. But yeah, we try and be consistent. So we'll be back 8 p.m. tomorrow. We've got rounds 1 and 2 of the TGC Tour's Platinum Tour. Trying to make a cut there. Dogbolt, thank you for the follow. Follow it. I like that. I advertise myself in my own stream and it pays off. Things you love to see. Pseudo, welcome back. Emotes a vertical feed. I'll keep that one to myself. I won't tell him you said that, okay? I won't tell him you said that. He doesn't need to know. All right. But yeah, with that, we're going to go find somebody to host. I'll get out of here. I need to go take a shower and get to bed because it's been a long day. I got home, put my kid to bed, and jumped on stream. So it's been a long one. We played great in Plat. Not in Plat. We played great in True Sim. Hopefully we can play great in Plat. Cowpack loss hurts, but we'll get there eventually. We'll get that dub eventually. All right. Let's we'll keep it TGC. We're gonna go on over out of the True Sim world because not a lot of people play it, but we're gonna go over, say hello to Seamount. Looks like he is playing American Open qualifying. So for those of you that have heard about that being pretty nasty, this is probably a taste of what we have to look forward to for the US Open next week on Plat. So we'll see how that all goes. But go say hello to Seamount. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and I'll catch you back here tomorrow.